of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please call the roll.
Counselor Olson.
Here.
Counselor Fennessy.
Here.
Counselor Bender.
Here.
Counselor Sweeney.
Here.
Counselor McDonald.
Here.
Counselor Mazzolia is excused this evening. Counselor Finsland.
Here.
Counselor Herrick.
Here.
Counselor McKenzie.
Here.
Counselor Dahlbeck.
Here.
And Counselor Kadat.
Recognizing quorum will proceed, and I'll ask for consideration of the minutes for the meeting of January 21st of 2014.
So moved.
For the motion and multiple seconds to approve. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried. Councilor Bender would like to have the floor.
Yes, I would. Oh, let me turn the mic on. Yes, I would like to have the vote. Yes, I would like to have the floor. And today's a very special day in a young man's life. August Kadat turns 17. So congratulations, August. And should we continue with a little more embarrassment? And okay, that's good. You can get even with me, August. Don't worry about it. Spirit days.
Item number 6 is the consent agenda. You have before you tonight communication from Miners Inc. withdrawing item 6.16, the Class B liquor and beer license.
For the motion and second to approve. Discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item number 7.1, Finance Director Vito and Information Services Director Shea are recommending the following: to approve the 5-year contract with SunGard for the city's financial software package and hosting services.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
For the motion and second to approve. Discussion. Councilor Bender.
Yes, I have a question, and I'll talk real quietly. I have a question for Finance Director Vito. I just lost the page, but let me go back to it. Looking at the cost of this package, how does this compare with the cost of what you were paying with the other? And
Good question.
Don't talk too directly into the
Okay,
microphone.
I'll try not to get too close there. Let's see. We are currently paying $95,683. That's our current cost for a system we're using right now. But in addition to that, every now and then we have had to purchase an AS400, and we've done that jointly with the county. But we'll split that cost, and then I put in the narrative the last time we did that, our half was $128,000. So that latter piece there, we won't have to do that anymore because we're this software program would be hosted not on premise here, but by SunGard. They would do the hosting for us, and so that helps with one of our main goals. I'm getting a little off the cost, but that helps with one of our main goals to move away from relying on the AS400 here and having people trained to maintain that. But anyway, back to cost. So what we're looking at for annual cost for the new software would be $79,800 for the first year. And in the first year, there are $33,700 in one-time startup costs. And then after, for the second year, that $79,800, I believe it goes up 3% for each of the remaining 4 years. So when I did the comparison of what we'll pay in the next 5 years, if this is approved versus what we would estimate paying for our current system, it looks like savings of about $217,000 over the 5 years compared to what we're currently doing.
Okay. And so, as opposed to the $96,000, it'll be roughly $80,000 a year.
Correct. Yes.
So a savings of $16K a year. Thank you. I
Right.
have no other questions.
Yep.
Any further discussion? You have a motion on the floor. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item 7.2 is to approve the 2014 contract with Design Elemental for $52,000 for professional consulting services to assist the city in database development, programming, and maintenance of the city's databases.
What is the plan? For the motion and second for approval, discussion. Councillor Herrick.
Yeah, just a couple questions. One is, for the first part of that is the county, is this our half, is the county paying any for this particular program?
For this contract, Counselor, this is just for city services. Currently and in the past, Design Elemental has definitely helped the county with some of their programs, and they've helped a lot in our GIS area, which I think we do. Brad, are we sharing some of the GIS services? I think we're sharing a lot of those services with the county. And so this contract that you have before you is just for city-only services.
Just for the city? Mm-hmm. Okay. Then another question is that this I believe this is the one where we haven't had this for like 3 years. Is that correct?
Can you say that again? Haven't had it, or
this particular person, have they been involved? They haven't been involved with us. Is this the first time?
Oh no, they have. We have had services from Design Elemental probably at least a year, I want to say, and they've helped with quite a number of projects for the city. Currently helping with our sewer billing issue to make sure we can get those out on time, and really doing a lot of work. I think Terry's office has had some assistance, really has gone across all city services to help in many areas. Police department, the dispatch system he has assisted with. Definitely GIS, as I mentioned. So, yeah, he's in building inspection. He's really hit on a lot of areas over the last year, and we've been extremely impressed with the efficiencies he's helped us with.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item 7.3, Public Works Director Getzman is recommending to award the contract for the monitor well sampling and reporting to SEH Inc. for $34,850 annually.
For the motion and second to approve, discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Public Works Director Getzman is also recommending to award the Wyoming Avenue Culvert Replacement Project to the low bidder, A1 Excavating, Inc., Bloomer, Wisconsin, in the amount of $128,078.70.
For the motion and second, discussion. Councillor McKenzie.
Thank you. Jeff, I know you and Todd work on this FEMA stuff a lot. Just wondering how much is going to be paid by FEMA, how much is going to be paid by CIP?
Yep, great question, Counselor. This is, as you mentioned, a FEMA-sponsored project. It comes out of the flood of 2012. And I think between the FEMA and some state aid matching, I think it's 87.5% comes out of the emergency aid, and the city pays the other 12.5%.
Wonderful. That culvert, is that going to be, are you replacing the same size?
It's up one size, I believe, from the existing.
All right, good.
Yeah. And this project we did try to let last summer, just to, if you remember that, and we had bids at that time that came in 182, I think, to 225,000. So 128,000 is obviously, we're down $50,000 from last summer. So
nice. Yeah.
It worked out well.
Thanks, Jeff.
Further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item 7.5, I am recommending approval of the 2014 extension of the PEGA coordinator agreement with Peter Luke as outlined in the communication.
Second. For the motion and second, discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item 9.1, Counselor Bender is requesting the Parks and Recreation Department work in partnership with Sarah Blanc of the Superior Museum, Public Museums, to receive and install a sign offered at no cost by the Wisconsin Historical Society. The sign will be posted at the northwest end of Barker's Island near the SS Meteor.
You heard the motion and second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item 10.1 is a resolution of the City of Superior accepting a street and utility easement in connection with a property located in the East End for Miners, Inc., Super One.
Heard the motion and second. Discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Item 10.2 is a resolution by the Community Development Division setting public hearings on March 18th at 6:30, requesting comments on the community development needs and fair housing choice.
Heard the motion and second. Discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Unless there's further business to come before this body, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor? We stand adjourned. Thank you.